Hey everybody. We are here to talk about tonight on the mess. Some messiness that's been going on within multiversity for quite some time. It is the Godzilla versus Kong debate. Team Kong, Team Godzilla. We're split. We're split. Now the movie's out, and I thought the movie solved some things. Maybe, corrected some things, but the group had other things to say. So today is the mess, Godzilla versus Kong, and here is Mr. Mess himself.
But what? What? That's why.
Y'all gotta defend that little lizard.
Ain't nobody defending. You know what? You keep saying that little lizard. You keep saying that little lizard. You know what? How about that broken ape? How about that? How about that broken ape today?
Listen. What about that battle axe though?
Let's talk about that broken ape. What, girl? That battle axe went dead.
Okay. We'll get into this.
Oh, we'll get into it. All right, so the whole family is here. Let's bring the family in. We got Q, we got Awen, we got Key, and we got Avia. It is a smorgasbord of the multiversity family. Welcome, fam. What's going on?
This might be
What's up?
This might be ghetto as hell.
He already got the brown liquor out, y'all. It's over. It's over.
Wait, what she say? She said, I got time tonight. I got time too. I took a full nap. He got his ass beat by a robot reptile version of himself. Okay, girl. Next. And like I said, a broken ape that almost died by the hands of my Godzilla.
But who had to come save the little lizard, though?
Okay, and I have a point for that. Y'all keep saying who had to come save the little lizard. If it wasn't for the little lizard, the damn ape wouldn't have been alive. And I'm gonna keep saying it.
Yeah,
if it was in a whole nother type of universe or a whole nother type of field, Godzilla would have did what he had to do. You know what? The whole ape done got manipulated. The whole movie.
You keep talking, but it doesn't make it right. So
it's right. If he wanted to leave, he could have left. He could have went on off the little thing and dived down.
But still, he still needed Kong, the legend.
If it wasn't for Kong, didn't say child. Okay, next. I'm not reading any comics about saving because this is about Godzilla.
If it was for Kong.
We not talking about the saving part because you know what? That was your team up that you wanted. You wanted the team up, so you got your team up. So I mean, there it is. What's next?
No, there's no way in hell Kong looked any type of winner in that movie. The only reason he killed Mechagodzilla is because who had to charge up the axe? Godzilla. Without Godzilla, King Kong would have got his ass killed. And then Godzilla was just
the thing that they have to work together.
That was the dramatics. That was the dramatics of the movie.
The dramatics. But remember, after I saw this, after I watched it, I told y'all it ultimately doesn't matter which team was what because they have to team up to kill this.
That's not how that works.
You know what happens?
That was exactly how that works.
You know what happens before that? Before we see that whole final battle? That part where he was like this and he said, say something, please say something. My foot is in your chest. Say something, please. I'm gonna even take it a step further. I'm gonna take it a step further.
But see, the thing is, the Godzilla got the nerve to do that after Kong has gone through so much to kind of help his ass out.
You think Godzilla didn't go through so much before even asking him?
Godzilla was acting on his own.
Would you like to live?
That's an excuse. Would you like to live? That's a wholesale excuse.
Would you like to live?
That's not an excuse.
That's right, Q.
All right, go on, Q. We interrupted you.
No, it's the fact that King Kong was looking scared as fuck when Godzilla got up after that final final battle, like because he was afraid of or smoke. He was like,
I'm sorry, time out, because I'm not about to. What we not gonna do? You can't put him in an icebox. This is a friendly debate. He said what he said. If you don't like it, it is what it is. Our king won. Your 8 lost. Like,
you know who was in an icebox? You know who was in that icebox? It was Kong. I'm gonna just say that.
All right.
I mean, Godzilla didn't need to get resuscitated to life.
Godzilla needs therapy. He needs therapy. That's what he needs.
He can get Godzilla could get therapy, but Kong needed to be brought back to life. That's all I'm gonna say.
let's talk about therapy. So everybody thinks each person.
Okay, no. You have your turn.
No, I'm about to say let's talk about therapy. I'm about to say let's talk about therapy. Each person will go through and talk about therapy. Avia brought the therapy up because I have a thing about therapy as well, with Kong needing therapy as well, with the manipulation of humans. So let's, Avia, go ahead with your case of therapy.
Okay, because first of all, he destroyed.
Oh
no!
Q, did you kick her out?
No, I'm reading the comments on Twitter. I'm sitting here with you. I ain't even.
Oh, there she's right there. She's like, there you go.
You brought me
What happened?
Anyway,
I'm reading.
Godzilla really did just like come through and just like destroy every single thing.
Type. Oh Jesus, she is just going.
What you mean? We can hear Avia. You can't hear Avia.
No.
Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, because Godzilla is a bully. He may be a king, but he's also a bully. He's a bully. He needs to sort out his issues. He needs to sort out his issues. He needs to figure out what he's truly mad at and be mad at that instead of destroying and leveling towns. And the only reason why Kong is part of destruction because he's trying to help people, and that's just, good destruction as opposed to Godzilla, who destroys everything in his path. And that's not always a good thing.
For real.
You know, Avia, those are all excellent points. I have to give it to you. Unfortunately, they hold no water when we're talking about who won these fights.
We're not talking about who won the fights. We're talking about therapy. You make good points, but with you saying that Godzilla is a bully, Godzilla destroys everything. First of all, Godzilla had been asleep for 3 years, as they said in the beginning of the movie, after he destroyed Apex. He's been asleep for 3 years. So the reason that he's waking up because he's been disturbed by his peace. I recall watching the watch along, both Titans have been disturbed out of their sleep. And when they've been disturbed out of their sleep, the people on the bridge in Hong Kong was trying to go home. Let's not talk about the bridge
before
now.
his big ass came up.
Exactly. And if it wasn't for his big ass coming through and destroying something that was tampering with his brain and tampering with mechanics that did not need to be tampered with.
Okay, the baby didn't get a nap and was mad. Okay,
it's not the baby that get a nap. A baby would need a nap between 6 months and a year. That was deep sleep in 3 years. You woke me up in 3 years. You woke me up in 3 years, and you're doing something that you didn't have no business to.
Tom also was caught in captivity. He didn't go destroying everything. He was kept in captivity for years. He didn't destroy.
What makes me upset about Kong is that you want to say that you want to go home. You want to go home. You had the choice to break through captivity, but you wanted to sit there and be in mess that was not your real home. This facility that you knew that you can penetrate. You knew you can get out of there. Why would you sit there and wallow in sadness? Why would
he didn't know where his home was, though?
But he knew exactly. But soon as he went through that soon as he went through that other world, I'm so smart. I know I got to go. Let me go.
It was just.
Let me go where I got
now
to
you just being. Y'all just jealous because Godzilla can't find a hole. Thank you very much.
Earth is his home.
Exactly.
It has a home.
I didn't say home.
Are y'all serious?
He couldn't find the hole to get home where he belonged.
But
now, everything there
when he's been
said
in the earth.
He said in hollow earth. Hollow earth. Godzilla belonged in hollow earth. He could not find his way down there.
Home. Godzilla home.
That's Godzilla's home and Kong. They ruled together.
Everything.
You didn't get that symbolism?
everything.
They rolled it together. It was
Kong wanted by
together.
himself so he can feel like he's somebody. I want to
Yo.
feel like
But their ancestors wanted
somebody.
together.
I want to feel the world with somebody.
No, but did y'all see the throne when it had like the Godzilla around it though? Wasn't that cool?
Yep.
Yeah,
That lizard.
was cool.
I think that somewhere like at some point, and I hope that the next movie has like more. I want to see a prequel or something because I want to see because it looked like they were at war with one another, but then they came together.
Right.
But I didn't like that the movie didn't give us enough to know what happened.
Right. I didn't understand like out of all the movies that they are mostly 2 hours, and somebody told me it's just 7 minutes of not being 2 hours. I'm just like, but still, I feel like all the other movies, even though they were 2 hours, I felt like it was a little more details and everything. I felt like there was something else that we did not receive from Godzilla vs. Kong. Don't get me wrong, great movie. We'll get into specifics about. Because I think we all feel some type of way about, the humans being in play. I don't feel like there was enough character development with the humans in this movie. I feel like they were just put in place and put there just to say a couple of lines and, have the focal point on a human body and versus these monsters. Versus in Godzilla King of Monsters, you see every monster and they had full time. There was development with characters and everything like that. So while we're on the subject, Key, because you're brand new into the MonsterVerse and everything, coming through watching the watch along and everything, how did you feel seeing the humans in this movie now?
They had their point, but I kind of wish it was more of an explanation because we didn't get too much with the main bad guy, quote unquote. We don't know. We only knew how he got Ghidorah's head. We don't know how all this got set up. We didn't get too much about Ring, who was apparently Dr. Serizawa's nephew.
I thought it was his son.
I know it was a relative. I'm sorry if I messed up, but we didn't get a lot of him, so I want to know exactly how he got involved, and just how did Maya get involved and what have you. More so, why were they pointing a gun at that baby fool? Why
I was like okay.
Like that was not.
Yeah, like she little Jean Grey or somebody. You think she gonna say?
Can I point out something though? That black women saved the world this time around, and you want to know how? Did y'all notice with the flask?
No.
That his wife gave him.
Black
women saved everybody again.
Yes. Black women saved the world.
Yes.
Black women saved the world.
Yes. Come on, point. Oh, that was a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah,
that was a great one. Yes.
I wanted more of their story too. Like, give me a flashback or something.
That's what I want to know. What happened?
Yeah.
Because more than likely she did die when
right.
Everything went down with Zilla and Ghidorah,
Mothra and all them. Yeah.
Everybody. So, but I would love to see more on that.
Yeah, also, I think. Go ahead.
I know, like I said, I just, I only had to point the gun at the child. She ain't do nothing. She ain't want to be there.
She didn't do nothing.
She ain't want to be there.
Yeah, I agree with Mike about the human element, as my dad texts me about this movie. But wow, they zooming through it. I do feel like with all three of the previous movies, what they did so well, specifically in Godzilla and Kong Skull Island, was making the humans not seem like they were overstaying their welcome, while also making sure the monsters and the lore stood front and center like it was supposed to. And Godzilla versus King Kong felt like, you have this minority of people complaining about the human element, so let's reduce this as much as possible. Because I agree, I wasn't, they were so under development that I slick forgot about that aspect, that the wife was the one that gave him the flask. I know that, she died and that was his motivation, but I forgot that completely because they really didn't focus on it. Or how Millie Bobby Brown's character, who was quite literally knows about technology, about controlling kaiju, because she was with her mom when she developed the thing from King of the Monsters. She really didn't have too much of an input into it. And like, why was it, Dr. Serizawa's nephew or son or whoever, they don't even explain that. Why wasn't he a major point in the film? Like, he just showed up, they said his last name, and then he got unceremoniously killed when they were activating Mechagodzilla. A lot of that stuff.
Sorry.
No, you fine. I just saw this comment.
No,
homeboy was out
they
there.
really had him on the boat.
Y'all, they ain't put no cover, no tarp, no nothing.
Nothing.
He
was taking a nap in the
you used to it. You've been out in a while. You know, you used to it. Like,
they did do no wrong.
I will say that
they
part right
wrong.
there. When this is when I messaged the group and I say he gets one emotional point from me.
That was the part.
That was the part when the little girl came out there and they had that connection and he spoke with her and said, home. I was like, okay, you get a little point for me because I felt him right there. I felt like, if he's been captured since his movie and everything, since Skull Island and everything, he's been in captivity like this, that is kind of wrong. Like, that's when I did feel for him. Like, I felt like that was wrong. Y'all should have left him on the island. But I get why you brought him, because how long would it took him to get from the island to there in this movie? That would have been a whole nother hour. That would have been a 3-hour Godzilla versus Kong, because he would have went through other stuff going to where he had to go. But I will give him that little sympathy point. He gets that one little tear. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of really all of them folks shouldn't have been out there with that rain on. I was slick pissed. Like, why do y'all got this little girl out here and this blatantly hurricaning out here? Like, that y'all could have got Omega pneumonia. Like, no joke.
Could have got whole pneumonia. Then what?
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about what was what's been on the timeline on social media about the cuts to the movie?
Yes,
we want to talk about that. Okay.
Why does WB do this stuff to themselves?
Yeah, like, it's crazy. It's honestly, crazy.
It's on trend, though.
It is, unfortunately, especially after recent events today. It's very on brand to find out that they cut out a lot of people. Like, they literally cut out Jessica Hardwick, if you're familiar with her from Iron Fist and Game of Thrones. Cut her out completely from the film, which I assume probably won't be a topic of controversy. I said jovially, knowing that it will be. Cut out Isaiah Gonzalez's character, Maya Simmons, the daughter of the main villain. Cut her stuff out significantly. It looks like some of the lore they cut out with Godzilla versus Kong was cut out. I say that knowing the little bit of Godzilla lore I did feel like the Apex was setting up for introducing a character by the name of Iron Jaguar. I mentioned him a couple of times on our watch along. Basically, he's Ultraman Power Ranger dude. Guy gets in a suit, he grows up, and he can fight kaijus with the monsters and stuff like that. And he's a staple, a fan favorite in Godzilla's lore. And that's where I honestly thought that was going to be an Easter egg somewhere in the background, but it didn't. And I feel like that was something that probably was cut. It just felt like, and I'm not saying that I didn't like the movie, because I really, really did. But it just, like Mike said earlier, it feels like something was missing to the movie. Like, even the end credits were bland compared to the other 3 movies in credit scene. Like, so that definitely stuck out to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for a post-credit scene, and there's no shade. I'm like, you've given us a post-credit scene throughout the whole MonsterVerse. Why stop now? I'm the biggest thing. There was so much that you could have did. You could have went back to the other world. You could have went back there. You could have showed us what Kong was actually finally adapting to his world. There's so much you could have did. You could have sent us to space real quick and showed us that aliens was on the way to invade Earth. There's so much that you could have did. The whole man, you could have showed him actually feeling some type of way after Mechagodzilla destroyed Hong Kong, and he's like, you know what? I can't take it no more. Godzilla can't do it alone. Kong can't do it alone. We as humans have to stop trying to control nature and just help them. There's so many different plot points that you could have went, but you just gave us nothing, which is okay. I hope there is something like I gave a little thing. I said there's so much that I would like to see from the MonsterVerse universe. I would, give Kong a sequel. It won't be Skull Island, but give him a sequel. Give me Godzilla versus aliens, or go ahead and rise some new Titans. The world evolves, so what other new Titans can there be? Everybody else, but that was in King of Monsters is really either dead or missing or what. So what possibly could evolve in the future with time? Like, give me something. You have a great franchise to do more with it. No shade. There's 4 more movies you can do. Just at least 4 more. I'll give you 3. At least 4 more.
I think 4 more. And there's no reason they can't keep the cast they have going. Like
you think it's 6?
People.
I think it's 6 more. I mean, we still hadn't gotten into Space Godzilla. We hadn't gotten to the aliens who probably gave Apex the technology to build Mecha Godzilla, like
Iron Jaguar.
Iron Jaguar, like the turtle that goes like that? Like,
wait, let me press the gun because I'm gonna step into another generation. Like the bros said when they was talking, Gazuki. Like, come on.
Gazuki.
Godzilla has a son. Like, he has an offspring. You want it, there's so much you can do. It's such a rich franchise that, I'm not shading. Godzilla has a rich background that can be explored with all the technology that we have with filmmaking. There's so much you can do. As me and my panel, we would love to support and give more from it because there is so much that you can do.
Right. I pulled up some of the articles and tweets about what happened. Did you guys want to see those?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
So let me share my real quick. Second. Okay.
Them folks was just trying to get home from work. I relate to that because listen, when you have a long day, you're not trying to deal with traffic as it is. And the next thing you know, you just see this big dinosaur crossing, messing up your route home. Now you're stuck on the bridge, probably gonna die.
Okay. So this Just Jared, that's a good point, Key. They're not looking at the common man. But this Just Jared article it's a slideshow you got to click through, unfortunately. But it talks about the actors cut from Godzilla versus Kong after filming their roles. Sound familiar, y'all? So you can click through. I'll just click through a couple of them. But her.
Right.
Yep. Jessica Henwick.
Did.
It says all of her scenes were cut.
Yep. She was in King of Monsters. Yep. They cut her. Yep.
All of it.
I'm guessing it would have been Yo, when I saw Lance Reddick, I was pissed.
Right,
like, how are you going to have?
Come from?
Yep.
This part was a bit longer.
And also the other dude, and also the other black dude that was in the beginning in the convention center. That was
okay. So it says here there was a scene earlier in the film, a big boardroom scene where they're setting up the mission. He has a longer role, but ultimately we don't need that scene. We changed a couple of plot details during editing process, so that earlier stuff got cut.
Child, what if he was the one that was the man in the suit? Now that's T.
That's very Metron of him.
When I saw Lance Reddick, I was like, I had to rewind because it was only for a second. I'm like, hold on. How do you have this actor in this movie for approximately 2 seconds and that's his own screen time? I was like, I had to stop and pause the movie for a couple of minutes to process that. So just seeing all of this is it doesn't knock my enjoyment of the movie down yet. Hopefully there's nothing else to it. It's just the director's decision, but it's Warner Brothers, so that could very well be a lie. But
sounds familiar. Little whitewashing. But yeah, and so the thing is, I want to keep it under 2 hours. Where the 2-hour formula is in these days in the world of streaming, after we've already proven that people would sit there for hours upon hours upon hours for a fucking movie. what this 2-hour thing seems to be arbitrary and seems to be a way for studios to kill franchises. I mean, because that's all they're doing is killing this movie by not giving it all that it should have.
And ultimately messing themselves up, because it's clear as day this has been like something the folks have been waiting for since the dawn of time. Like they've been it's like this is on some Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock Johnson back in the 90s type of shit.
Like ever
and for
since
them to cut so much out just for a time frame, like come on now. Y'all might not know this, but 90% of humans have been in church services longer than 2 hours.
Okay.
We would have been
not just black people. If you've been to a white people down south, revival meeting, they can go on for hours too. So the American, you can sit through church, you can sit through a movie, but we've shown that though with the Avengers movies, with just about, I mean, with what the Lord of the Rings, people have sat through like through like runs of those, like people like runs that the theater are showing. But people have been like watched movie upon movie upon movie. You go to a drive-in, you get 2 movies back to back, a double feature. We've been doing double features since cinema has started. So what the why? It's 2 hours.
It doesn't have to be like that. Like, listen, we're gonna sit and watch if it's something that is sparking our fancy.
So give it to us. And I agree with I think that them cutting the people down just because there were complaints about the monsters. First of all, the audience is going to find some. I mean, I'm sorry, but people are going to find something to complain about. That's what makes us human. We like to bitch about stuff. I mean, we do. You can't go off of everything that the audience is complaining about, especially on social media. If the director, the creators have the storytellers have a story to tell, they should be allowed to tell their stories without these time restrictions. Trust the storytellers to tell their stories, and stop putting your foot on their necks.
And not for nothing, you would think that Warner Brothers learned from history repeating itself by them not trusting the director. You would think history would have bumped them upside the head. It's like, no, let this play out. Y'all did this one time. It sucked. Don't do it again. But yet.
So do y'all think if the Snyder Cut had come out while they were editing this, you think they would have stopped the edits?
Fuck no. If I could be frank, Warner Brothers already hates everything about the Snyder Cut. So they probably would have saw what the Snyder Cut did in 4 hours.
Right.
And went, you know what? We're going to make Godzilla versus Kong an hour and 30 just to show how stupid Zack Snyder is for making a 4-hour movie. Just to show how stupid the fandom is to ask for this stuff. We're going to make it an hour and 30. We're going to cut out all of the humans except for the ones that are in a popular Netflix show. And we're going to make all of the money. We're going to do it all. And that's how Warner Brothers gets down.
I mean, the fandom
but I'd rather watch a great 3-hour movie than a mediocre 2-hour movie.
Exactly.
Right.
Y'all just
Hey Don,
what's going on?
Hey Don.
Don.
You're late. But that's okay. People would have showed up for it. And we're streaming now.
Right.
Come on. At least throw that stuff back in. Give us the extended cut.
Release the Kong cut. Release the Kong cut. Because
there was a good 45 minutes left. I'm sorry, it was.
Even more.
Yeah, I could just tell the way it was cut. Like there was some things missing. I mean, to kind of bring it all back, it obviously we could have seen more of Kong getting his butt whooped. I think there was more of that.
You mean Kong rescuing Godzilla?
Right.
Okay.
Because my granny, I talked to my granny about this movie last night, and she was like, "Man, Kong got his one victory, but Godzilla was kicking his ass."
Okay.
And I was like, so yeah, great. And she was like, so when he had that axe, he had a chance, but once when he didn't have that axe, Godzilla was over for him. And
so says you. Okay.
So everyone, we've come to the part of the show where clearly it's about to turn the CNN up in here. Who y'all think won?
It's not who we think.
No.
I don't think there was a winner. I don't think there was.
We gonna pull that one out
because nobody was totally done up. I mean, they had to come together.
Okay,
Joe,
I don't want to keep saying it, but that big ape got his shoulder arm broken. Like
then he relocated it. He relocated
it on his own. But at that time, when it was dark before that sun came up,
all I gotta say is ask this question: what's a bigger number, 2 or 1?
Ooh.
Okay.
What's the bigger number here?
I like yes, his throne was amazing. That whole upside down world was everything.
Yeah, that was cool.
The CGI was
we didn't
perfect.
get enough there.
We and I think it was more there. You know, I think
there had to be more there.
We can have a prequel of that, and we can have a present day of that. You know,
So
like it.
I do got one to go back to the Hollow Earth, to go back to the lore before we go back to talking about the fighting, though. I will say I was kind of confused / annoyed that they kind of retconned Hollow Earths, unless I misinterpreted King of the Monsters' interpretation of Hollow Earth. Was because if my understanding, that's where Godzilla was in King of the Monsters when he was charging up, and that's where Ken Watanabe's character, Dr. Serizawa, went to because it was highly irradiated and he had to give Godzilla.
I thought it was Atlantis.
No, because they were talking about, we've been studying Hollow Earth, and I thought that's where they were. And so when they were talking about the other way to get to, I'm like, well,
2 entrances.
But I figured that. But then it was like, well, why didn't you guys just call Monarch and ask them where did they go? Like, I understand they were trying to keep a low profile because they're doing nefarious things, but still they were working with Monarch people because they had the Monarch insignia. So that would stand to reason that they would just ask, oh buddy, you guys went to this location and you went there and we got the technology so the radiation wouldn't bother us, but you're gonna go in this direction. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm overthinking it, and I'm pretty sure in the extended cut there's a logical explanation to it, but I'm just like, it kind of was arbitrary for the sake of being arbitrary, if that makes any sense.
No, I got confused. I ain't gonna say that.
Okay, so I thought, I didn't think they went that deep before.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I mean, I didn't think they went that deep. I don't think Godzilla. I think Godzilla knew that there was something more further down, but hadn't gotten that far down. I don't think they found a hole all the way down to Hollow Earth.
Speaks volume.
Because that does make sense because he was very injured in King of the Monsters, so it don't mean like it would be kind of unnecessary for him to go into find the portal and do all of that extra shit. He'd probably go to the closest. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that with that,
they keep on underestimating that woman. They do. They keep on messing her around.
I think with Hobbs and Shaw, like for the obvious sequel they're doing, she might have a bigger role in that, like probably just introducing her character and her place in the Fast and Furious universe. So I think that's what they were doing with that. But I do agree about Godzilla versus Kong. Absolutely wasted. So yeah.
I mean, because that was just a beautiful place. It was just a beautiful place. The throne room, and then there was like some backstory, some history. What was going on?
Why is there so much power down there? That's what I want to know. Why is there so much power? It's so much power down there.
Because folks have to mess with. That's why.
And that's what I hate when old girl was like, "Oh, my daddy this, that, and the third. We get to take this," and it's like, girl, you don't deserve it for one. You don't.
Right.
But
unless they were aliens.
It ain't yours. She just basically colonized Hollow Earth right there. She Columbused it. She Columbused Hollow Earth.
The thing says,
I would love to see like a 5-minute like intro of since Rebecca Hall's character. She was like, they've been at war for forever. I would love to see an intro, like a 5-minute battle scene of like Kongs and Godzillas, like fighting, or monster like a huge battle like that. That's even better than King of Monsters. Like all these monsters just fighting each other and going at it at the beginning. Show like a prequel type war type thing. But
I feel like we deserve a prequel, and I feel like we deserve a present time. In between that prequel and present time, Godzilla should be fighting aliens, or it should lead up to that.
I mean, because is it like a Superman thing that Godzilla, that Kong's parents brought him up to the surface to get to save him?
I thought they said that Skull Island was a part of Hollow Earth, and then
I was just about to, I was about to say what, because if you think about it, Skull Island looks like it is a part of that. Like he's saying like it's a part of that. So I need all those pieces to connect, because like I said, the franchise is there. There's so much rich storyline that can continue with that, because you have put the pieces of each of these elements, but you giving us Hollow Earth and you give us that little bit of Hollow Earth. It's like, come on, give us more. Like, because there's so much you can do with that, because there's so many creatures that were on Hollow Earth that just look like, that creatures that's on Skull Island. So I think that's true, Q. I really think it. I think during the war, it did like Pangea and separated. And Skull Island went up, and probably Kong and his family, or Kong was on as a baby, was on Skull Island, and then he goes up by himself. You see his parents probably dead, perish, and everything like that. You see everything separate.
Yeah. But some folks don't know about Pangea, so they might not be picking up what you're talking about. Also, Mike,
why wasn't Brie Larson's and Tom Hiddleston's characters in Godzilla vs. Kong from Skull Island?
That's a good. I agree. That's another little nitpick I have. Is that there weren't too many. I feel like this was a culmination, as Key pointed out. So we should have seen a lot of returning characters other than Millie Bobby Brown and her whack ass.
And then Millie Bobby, yeah.
Also, before we go any further, Mike, some folks are mad at you.
I can't believe you didn't invite me to this chat. What? Come on in. You here? My fault. Wait, time out. Y'all was still watching the movie anyway. Some of y'all on y'all second viewings now. Don't do that. I love my drunken ship bros. Shout out to the drunken ship. I want to drink with them one day. They're like what? Some of them live in Charlotte, so yeah, one day we're going to hang out. Yeah, definitely. Oh man.
But yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think about?
I definitely would love to see him.
Yeah,
definitely.
I definitely would have loved to see like an older actress as an older Brie Larson's character, or Tom Hiddleston's character. I would love to see it. That way, there's connection to Kong's story, because we got a connection to Godzilla's story, but there was no connection to Kong's story except for Skull Island. That was it.
Yeah, because you would think that they would be on some kind of crusade by now to tell people or warn people or save Kong or something. They would be. They would still be connected, and everything.
Oh my God. No, Don.
No.
I was teasing and hinting at something that we're going to do in the future. But
I did dress up. I brought my fan.
Put it
down. But yeah. I do want to bring up something quickly, because I saw it multiple times, and it interested me about how Godzilla's rights actually leave Legendary and Warner Brothers after this calendar year, and it reverts back to Toho, the creators of Godzilla. And even though how studios go, obviously
this can't be a last movie.
Well, that's what people are kind of concerned with, because there hasn't been any talks between Warner Brothers, Legendary, and Toho about continuing an Americanized version, because they're still doing Japanese Godzilla movies and animes in Japan. So Toho's still getting their money regardless. But about us continuing it, that's what people are concerned with. And some folks said that if they have to restructure a deal, instead of continuing the stuff with Kong, Maybe introduce Godzilla into the Pacific Rim universe because that's owned by Legendary, and then
That would be dope. That would be dope.
And then because the premise of Pacific Rim is eerily similar to how it began in Godzilla with the kaiju's, coming out into the world, and they can say, oh, they built the Jaegers because Godzilla didn't wake up yet, but now that more and more kaiju's keep coming out, and then the kaiju's, if you remember back to Pacific Rim 1, they came from where? The center of the earth.
That's right.
Yep.
Hollow Earth.
Yep.
So
it's already there. It's already set up. It's already made.
Keep it
like
separate.
what?
Keep them separate. You don't want it.
No, it's not that, because I feel like when it comes down to Pacific Rim, I feel like that's just robots, and they fight their own little monsters and stuff like that.
There was like robots.
I get it. But at the same time, it's like I want more Titans. I want more of that. I don't want a mesh up right now. No.
Well, you could get that if you bring in Ultraman.
Woo! Or Iron Jaguar.
Yes, Anthony, watch Pacific Rim.
Yes.
I think it is worth watching.
Yeah.
Yes, I watched. I remember when I watched the first one. I watched it back to back. Like because I couldn't believe what I watched, and I was like shook. So I had to rewatch it over. Yes, I think you should watch it.
Yeah, they needed PETA for that scene where they was carrying Kong without the blanket in the rain.
Can I just say
that was a PETA moment?
Can I just say fuck PETA because there's some frauds. They don't actually care about animals. They're just a bunch of ambulance chasing ne'er-do-wells who try to kill out chase on any and all controversies, big or small.
So you just really want to blow up our mentions, huh?
Really?
Hey,
destroy.
Aquaman G.
I'm so tired of this crap.
At Aquaman G, come at me. I will.
These are the opinions of this man right here on the screen. Not all of Multiversity.
Yes, I agree. That is an accurate statement. I will go toe-to-toe 365, 24/7 about that. I love animals, and I hate people taking advantage of animals to be heroes. It's like, well, we're talking about Godzilla versus Kong, but just know that PETA can get these hands like Kong did.
Once again, the opinions of one
soul black man in this chapter.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh God. Okay, I almost fell for it. I almost fell for something, y'all. Don't worry about it.
What's the April Fool's joke now?
No, I almost fell for it. It looked like a Norbit 2. I almost fell for it. I almost got excited for nothing, y'all.
You're welcome.
I almost got excited for nothing. I had
welcome.
Remember what day it is.
You're welcome.
When I tell you,
oh my God. Hey guys, can I show you an announcement that was just made?
Yes.
Okay, so put me on the screen because I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So this week I started a mess because I said I had an announcement coming this week, and everybody thought I was announcing the restoring of the Snyderverse. Y'all, I don't know nothing about that. When I get scoops or information, they come from these people, and other Taylor, culture nerd, go after him. No, I was talking about something else that I'll show you here right here. That was happening. This.
Woo!
Oh, yes!
I hate when Twitter does that.
Yes.
Okay, Joe.
I'm now a member of the Hollywood Critics Association.
Let's go.
I've been itching to tell y'all that all week. But I had to wait till the announcement was made. So there.
Okay. Oh shit! The good news is keep on rolling, y'all. The good news is just keep on rolling. Go ahead and finish it, Joe. You finish your speech, you deserve it, and I'm gonna throw to this other good news I just saw. Go ahead, Joe.
It's gonna be some bullshit, y'all.
Okay, go ahead. It's fine.
No, seriously, go finish.
No, that's all. I was done.
Oh, well, good, because I just saw something breaking news from Discussing Film, y'all. It is something blockbuster, and we obviously knew Warner Brothers was going to do it because of their recent announcements earlier today. So they had to have a positive spin somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the first official screen of Ben Affleck's Batman HBO Max series is here.
Girl. Anybody got time for that?
Anyways.
Okay, so it's April Fool's.
Congratulations. Like, seriously.
That's not an April Fool's joke. This announcement is not an April Fool's
Congratulations.
joke. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. Thank you. I'm really, really excited, really happy. I did get, kind of shocked when when they were telling me about it. I'm like, because I'm in Indiana. I'm not in like Hollywood. And they're like, oh yeah, you're cool. Because like 20% of their membership is outside of Hollywood. Makes them well-rounded. So yeah, this is a very, very diverse organization I'm finding. So I'm really, really excited to be a part of it. So yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
So I can't wait to see the great things you do with that. Seriously.
Yes.
We've always said that you are inspiration to us all and in the community of what you do. So we're super excited and cannot wait to see the great things that you do.
Thank you. Okay, so now back to the drama. The mess.
The drama.
I want to point out something. So we were talking about Hollow Earth. We were talking about how it was Columbus. Now, I want to point out, Kong had to fight all of them people, climb up from the center of the earth, get to the top, and save Godzilla's ass. He was tired by the time y'all lizard got to him. He was not at his full power. Your lizard knew he could come at him because he was not at his full power. That's all that was. That's all I'm saying.
All right, y'all. So
he was disadvantaged, right, Avia? He was disadvantaged. Yep. He was tired.
Yep.
That's it.
He had a full-on battle there, and then he had another battle up there. He was exhausted. Our boy was tired.
He had to get all the way up. He had to go all the way up.
We getting free stuff from Joe?
No. He's talking about, could you stop it? Don, stop. No, he's talking about the promo stuff, like this fan I got from the Legendary, which Legendary is coming back for a season 2. But stuff like this, the studios send me, and they send alcohol sometimes, and
not they send alcohol sometimes. Send me the
they do. I'm
Legendary
thinking some nice bottles of wine and some liquor for them. So yeah.
All right, real quick, because I got fussed at, and I sent the link out, and I got a shipmate that's going to join us, and he's going to tell us his favorite topics and scenes of the movie. Sir.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
How are you?
You guys ready to talk about some Godzilla?
Yeah.
We gotta have the shirt. We gotta have.
Ooh, does that say Team Godzilla?
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I have like 7 or 8 Godzilla shirts.
Oh, okay. So you went and got a ringer. Oh, okay, cheater.
You saw him call me out in the comments, so I told him. I said, "Are you set up for a stream?
Yeah, you did not.
You are more than welcome to come
did not say that
and talk about your favorite scenes." That's exactly what I just did him. So go ahead.
Avia, did they tell us we could get somebody to help?
You brought.
Pull out the big gun show. Pull out the big gun show.
I'm coming.
Who you pulling out?
No. We're gonna y'all go ahead and start talking. I got this.
Okay, go. You got the link. Sir, tell us what your favorite scene was. How was you feeling when you first watched it? What's going on?
Dude, totally. The best scene by far is probably like the Hong Kong scene. The lighting, just the straight up raw dog fighting. It's amazing. That's probably like the best thing about this entire film was just the fight. So,
yeah.
Like I love watching Kong get his ass beat, so I was all for it. And that was the best part was watching Godzilla stomp on his chest, make a heart stop, baby. Let's go.
He was tired. That's okay.
He was tired of getting ass beat.
I'm about to say it's all right. It's all good. So yeah, that's what's up. So how did you feel about? Because we were talking about the human aspect of the storyline. How are you feeling about that?
It was god awful, trash, absolute garbage
Yeah.
fire. They could have done. They could have done with like probably 3 characters and then just trash everybody else. It was bad. Like it was an absolute mess of like Millie Bobby Brown character could have not been used. They could have just actually scrapped everyone from the original or prior and then brought in a bunch of like just new characters or something. Like it was not good.
Yeah, I think we all was just like, it could have been just more of the monsters itself, Godzilla and Kong, but we don't feel like any of the characters had any development throughout the movie.
Mhm.
So if
they were just like plot devices to move just like set pieces for like to set up Kong versus Godzilla in this scene versus that scene and just kind of move it along. That's all it was. They were railing for the fights pretty much.
Yeah, I watched with my kids, and they called it the time between the fights. They called it story mode.
Yeah.
That's funny. Godzilla versus Kong, the game that does.
They called it, but it tells you how minor the human talking parts were. They're like, "Oh, it's on story mode again." And I'm like, "What are y'all doing?" And I figured it out. Yeah, whenever the monsters weren't fighting or doing something aggressive or something, it was story mode, and which is accurate, I think, because they weren't doing much else.
This is funny to me. How did they carry Kong with helicopters with his weight? When I saw them actually having him, I was like, dang, he really got help. They got to carry this man everywhere he go.
I think that was a reference to the 62 version, because in that one they're literally carrying Kong with like strings just like across. But they probably could not carry him with all the helicopters anyway.
Definitely doesn't have.
Okay. Yeah.
Key.
You doing okay, Key? You good?
I'm very
Okay,
good.
so here's my next question for everybody. Out of all the MonsterVerse movies, now what is your favorite? And we'll start with the ladies, and then we'll go to the guys. So, Key, because you're new into this, so what is your favorite now that you've seen it?
Shit. Honestly, Kingdom Monsters, because I just like how it's all the monsters. I just like it shows all of them. Then Godzilla vs. Kong would be my second. Then Skull Island would be my third.
Your guests would need to connect their mic and cam before you can add to the stream. I just want to say, since you want to be messy.
Oh, I'm messy?
Yeah.
I think who started this? This is called The Mess, right? It's called The Mess,
Let's get messy. Trust me, I sent out 2 more links too.
Oh, wow.
You trying to fight. You trying to fight. You trying to fight.
I would love to see Tyra come on, because she got quiet in those comments too. Avia, how would you feel? Like, what is your favorite movie now that Godzilla and Kong is out? She don't have no favorite movie.
There you go.
It's a loaded question.
That's a good save.
Treyarch is like, oh, Avia, what is wrong?
She ain't nothing.
What is happening?
Always
What happened? Every time you get a question asked, you just say,
yes.
It's like you are taken away.
Every time I'm about to say something, But anyways, I feel like Skull Island is still kind of my favorite, because the story, I feel like it's just the aesthetic, the type of story it was trying to tell and how it told it. I feel like that's probably my favorite one. Skull Island's probably my favorite.
Okay. Joe.
I think I'll go with Avia. I like this one. I like the way the fights and everything went down, and I love the Hollow Earth. Mm-hmm. But I think, story wise, Skull Island was better. It was a lot better. Actually, this one I would put even beneath the one King of the Monsters one too, because even that one with all the Titans and stuff was still developed a lot better with the humans and the monsters than this one was.
What would you like to say, Tyra?
Okay, we in here?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
in here
Y'all can
now.
hear
What's
me?
up?
Yeah.
Can hear you
Yeah.
loud and clear.
I'm not gonna be on cam because I'm looking real ugly right now. But that's not the point.
That's okay.
I don't like this Kong slander.
Oh,
At all.
Tell us about it, honey.
God.
Tell us about it.
Tell us, you have the floor.
Listen,
Everybody, mute. Let her
I'm-
say her piece.
I'm new to this whole Kong and Godzilla thing. Like, Keisha had me watching it yesterday, and at first I wasn't even gonna watch it. But then I got intrigued by the whole lizard versus monkey fight. But watching it, even as the movie started, you can ask Keisha, I was already Team Kong from the jump. Okay. Nobody, I will go to bat for that damn monkey.
Because he's your underdog? Is that the reason why?
The slander, especially on Quay Marion over there. I'm not going to do it. Because it was already bad enough seeing all the little slander, especially from Mr. Mike up there with the whole being shady on Twitter. Okay, listen, that monkey, that was his movie. If we're gonna be for real, that is his movie.
you're absolutely right.
And I'm gonna hold it to that.
His movie to get pulverized and get
Listen, I don't care. You got beat by Dino like Robot Reptar slash
but who
Barney
got
and
beat
Friends.
1-on-1? Who got beat
his
1-on-1?
ass.
Who got beat 1-on-1? That's all I want to know. Who got beat 1-on-1?
If it was not for
Y'all can
that
keep
little
saying
girl,
that if it wasn't
not,
for
no, if it was not for that baby, it was like go resuscitate him and telling him because he was ready to go as soon as he got up. As soon as he got up, he was ready to go. If it wasn't for that baby saying that he wasn't the enemy and to go to fight the robot instead, that robot still would have been banging his head against them buildings. Every single one that he saw, like he was. It would have still been continuing to happen. So y'all can go to bat for that little lizard.
The devil is a goddamn liar.
You can go to bat for that lizard all you want. The math is not mathing, baby.
It's not mathing because I think y'all seeing the wrong movie we saw. Because I mean, yeah,
No, we seen the right one, and she
I
does bring up a good point.
that is a good
The
point.
child, the child,
little baby Jean Grey, little baby Jean Grey.
Yeah, if it wasn't for her, little lizard would have been running back into the water with his tail tucked between his legs.
I guess.
Ask your little, ask your monkey, is his chest okay?
Because he was banging on it.
Ask him if he okay. Because one time, no, shade y'all. At one point, I said they're gonna have to put this man in a sling. They're gonna have to use one of these buildings and tie him up like this, so he can have some type of. I said the baby can't move.
He's like, I got this. I can fix this. And
Right.
Nah, he made that. Right. He made Kong tear up. I'm sorry. He made Kong tear up. He made his eyes water. He almost cried a little bit. It's the fact that before he even Godzilla put his foot on his chest and said, "Hey, I'm beating your ass right now." It's before that when all he could do was just kick. Like that's all he could do. Like, sorry, man. Sorry, Tyra. Sorry, Avia and Joe.
Listen. At the end of the day,
he saved his life. I get it.
Godzilla really is the Loch Ness monster. Nobody's really scared.
Oh,
that's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna do that because at the end of the day, the Loch Ness monster wouldn't even stand a chance with Godzilla. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and exit stage.
We are not capping from Magilla Gorilla over here.
Nah.
He was doing unjust things for no reason. He was terrorizing Hong Kong. That bridge, people were just trying to go home. It had a long day at work.
Okay, so as I said before, my king was asleep for 3 years, and because of Apex meddling with the wrong stuff, doing things that they have no business doing, of course, Godzilla, the
so
king of
baby
the
woke up
world,
from
is
his
going
nap
to
and it was
protect.
cranky.
Of course, he's going to protect. Y'all know you better have insurance. You better have life insurance because he's coming.
So we're just gonna excuse all of his damage. We're gonna
So we're gonna excuse
He was
Kong's
cranky
damage as
and he
well.
was
His personal
Kong
damage.
did that damage trying to stop your damn lizard. That's what happened. That's still Godzilla's damage. So if you want to
whatever
excuse
y'all
something,
say. Q, what's your favorite movie?
In Hong Kong was minding their business.
My favorite movie, honestly, I gotta say, King of the Monsters. I like the way that to me balanced the action and the story the best, in my opinion. Seeing Rodan, Big Homie Rodan, Mothra, Ghidorah all pop up and throw down at the end, and Godzilla.
Don't say the end. Me and Tyra hasn't seen all of them yet. Don't say the end.
Come on, y'all.
We running through it tomorrow. Okay, relax. Calm down.
So y'all didn't participate in the watch along. Okay.
Right. You should watch it for 3 days.
Okay.
I don't know why Q over there talking about some like I wasn't on FaceTime with his little girlfriend.
That ain't got nothing to do with the movie. I don't know why you even brought that up. But
you know exactly where I was.
Period.
I watched the movie.
That's the first time. We can agree on something that's not WandaVision.
He said Godzilla got his ass kicked. Not Godzilla got his ass kicked.
Thank you.
Don, that's not. You not supposed to say that. Dang. Jesus have mercy. All right, Cyber. What's your favorite movie out of the MonsterVerse?
King of the Monsters.
So it's kind of hard. I mean, obviously, King of the Monsters is the best one out of all 4. But the hardest part is what is better, because we go in King of the Monsters at the top, and at the very bottom, we're going to go Skull Island. And I just want to say, hold on. I just want to say, I've never met a Kong fan. Where are y'all coming from? Where are y'all coming from? Y'all didn't exist. Y'all didn't exist like 3 weeks ago.
Come into our house.
I've been here. You've been here.
You ain't company no more. You family. We can talk about you now. Come on now.
He said what he said. It's been said.
Y'all little been bullying everybody for liking it for a year.
Okay. Kong was destroying New York. Huh?
And then died. He destroyed New York and then died.
And died in every film that he ever did.
Everything in every movie.
In hindsight, they both did destroy New York.
Well, we don't care about Kong because he got clapped.
They both kind of did fuck up.
Y'all sound like Trump supporters right now.
Okay. That's how you know.
Like everything is fair. It's fair until it comes to y'all's person, and then it's excuses.
Wait a damn minute.
I said what I said.
That's not even applicable at all.
That don't compute in my brain
at all. Like really gonna pull that card out.
You guys have some serious case of denial going on.
That's a serious case of denial. Hold on, let me make another example.
I don't know. It sounded real salty.
You remember that part when it was like,
I know it sounded real salty. See, that's the only moment you got. That's the only one you got.
He broke his shoulder. Stop playing with me.
But that's the only one you got.
He came through the ocean. He came through the ocean. He almost drowned your monkey. Stop playing.
Joe, Kong lost 2-1, Joe. It's not really
almost drowned your monkey. Almost drowned your monkey.
Really?
Almost.
He pulled his punches because of his friend. That's all. You know what? Yeah.
Aaron, what's your favorite movie?
New Gods. I mean,
Godzilla, the Gecko on roids. There we go.
I mean,
too soon. Yeah, too soon.
I had to show up at my hater's funeral. I'd have to say King of Monsters just because I'm a Ghidorah stan.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a Ghidorah stan.
King Ghidra.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say King of Monsters as well because I mean I felt like that was some epic movie madness going on. Seeing all the Titans come up, seeing how they all just clashing and stuff like that. I think my favorite scene would be the whole entire movie because I just felt like there is nothing like that right now, and that's what I hate to say, but that's I wanted Godzilla versus Kong to be right there, but I know it couldn't just because it's feel like that's a lot of monsters in one movie, but versus you have 2.5 almost in this movie, but it doesn't take away everything that I enjoyed with Godzilla versus Kong. It does not.
See, King of the Monsters, I don't think had the human part developed as much as Skull Island. That's why I like Skull Island because it had the monsters and humans balanced the development.
Yeah, but all the
King of the
humans
Monsters
suck.
did have more monsters, so I'll give y'all that.
Exactly.
But okay, so why could they do it better with a movie with all those monsters and then like mess it up so bad when you just got 2?
I think it's because, in all honesty, I think King of the Monsters just accepted that it just like okay, if we're going to use humans, we're going to actually care about them in the context of these monsters and these major battles, and not just treat it as an afterthought because other people would treat it as an afterthought. I think they accepted the task ahead of them and went all full throttle. And Godzilla versus Kong was like, oh, we know people complain about it, so let's just cut them. Let's just cut them as much as we can and hope they like the fights.
They're set pieces. They help move the fights along.
Yes.
That's it. They're not meant to have like a real. You're not watching like a Shin Godzilla. You're not watching a 1954 where you're having real human interaction. And
that's true.
Godzilla is not the set piece. In those films, that the monster is a set piece for around the actual story. In these films, these are summer blockbusters that are supposed to be just balls to the wall action. So the humans are definitely going to be the set piece, and it shows with GVK because it is they're absolute poorly written, just bland cardboard cutouts. So I mean, this is why.
Okay, yeah, I feel like we could have took. I feel like there could have. What I feel like they could have done, they could have kept the guy who was the conspiracy theorist. They could have kept. I feel like it could have been just them, and it could have been the mom and the daughter. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I don't feel like it could have been nothing else but them. Millie could have stayed. She probably could have made a cameo appearance or something like that. She in Hong Kong with her friends. Oh my God, Godzilla! But it's just like I felt like it was just too. I don't feel like they really developed none of the human characters.
They could have cut it because there was one side that was Godzilla characters and there was one side that was Kong characters. This is a Kong movie. This is Legendary setting up a trilogy for Kong. Godzilla is framed almost as a villain in this film.
I give you that.
And they could have just stuck with just the girl that spoke sign language and then the Monarch team. They didn't need to bring back Millie Bobby Brown. And I mean, her character in the first place was just for star power anyway. Her character never really made sense to even have in the Godzilla universe, just for audience draw. That's it. So they could have scrapped that character completely and then just continued on with the sign language. Because I mean, that's the only thing that really made even remotely sense. And then they could have had the guy from Atlanta, probably do his shenanigans with the Monarch team or something.
Good point. Love that point. Good point.
Okay, so with all this being said about the other movies, Tyra, what movie do you think you're gonna like the most?
From just like the outside perspective of not really knowing this whole thing, from hearing you guys and hearing people who have been talking about the movies all week, I'm probably looking at Skull Island right now. That may be the number one right now of what I probably like.
Okay,
that's good. I mean, Skull Island was like, I mean, you get that prequel of him, and you get that that main storyline of where he is and where he is with his habitat and everything like that, what strength that he has and everything like that. So I feel like that is a good entry movie and a good movie to like. So I give you that.
Yes.
All right, for everyone that likes Skull Island, why do you guys like Skull Island? Because I despise it.
Well, I told you, because there's a balance of the monsters and the humans, a good balance of the monsters and the humans. We get to know quite a bit about the people who are there, why they're there, and the people who are protecting Godzilla, Kong, and everything. And I think that the
keep
interaction.
his name out your mouth.
Ain't nobody trying to say nothing about your little lizard, okay? So anyway, but I think there's a balance of the story there, and just the background about Kong. We get a lot about Kong, and we also get a glimpse at what the other Titans from that, the one that was there. So, I really like that, and I thought the side story of having this guy land there during World War II, and living with this tribe of people was kind of, it was it was a little comedic, I thought. So I really liked that they kind of took a chance with that, but that's why I like it. So
did you like what like did you like Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston as the main characters? Because personally the two main characters I even enjoyed through that film was just Samuel Jackson's character and then John Goodman's character.
Yeah, and what's his name?
You didn't like John C. Reilly's character?
Yeah, John C. Reilly was my favorite. Yeah,
I felt like his the comical relief was a little bit like too much. I feel like I get it. It's a summer blockbuster film. It's supposed to be a fun film because that's the way like Jordan directed it. It's a lot of like, I think one of the strongest things about Skull Island, which I know I shit on it a lot, but it does have some of the best cinematography in it. The shots are incredible, and you can tell that he was having an absolute ball with it. But it definitely shows that like, because what Legendary was doing was giving indie directors these large budget films to shoot their like they've had they shot maybe a commercial and then one film prior, and then they do this like $1 million budget movie. And you can tell that like when Jordan was directing it, that it was just, he was having a ball with it, but it wasn't there was some wonky stuff in it. And then he was approving like a lot of like weird cardboard. I think any like concept art or any concept scenes he would just approve it. The whole gas mask scene with the green, that is 100% a concept scene that they just left in the film. It's a cool scene, don't get me wrong.
Weird.
It's weird.
Like
it's super oddly
put, and then you got the gas mask, and then you're taking the mask off, and the gas is still there, and it's
exactly. That's my exact point. That it makes no sense. It's put in there just for fun, and I mean that's the point of the movie, but it doesn't make a good movie. If that makes sense. Which I mean,
that's a minor point, though. I mean, to me, that was a minor point. Because I look at other things, but like you said, it's a summer blockbuster movie. Do you think this one would have the same popularity though?
Don is hilarious. I'm sorry.
He hates Brie Larson with the passion. It's not like
Wait,
her.
So he didn't like Captain Marvel? Let me stop.
Please do not.
I just thought about it.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. You don't have to comment. You don't have to comment. You don't have to comment. You don't have to comment.
Please do not.
I'm sorry. I was just playing.
Why did you do that?
I thought about it. So Captain Marvel is in Loki. Got it.
Why did you do that? Now you're gonna be
because I'm messy, and this is the mess.
No, his whole thing was Captain Marvel should not have gotten her own movie. Monica Rambeau should have got her movie first. Anyway, but yeah, Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson, yeah, you probably could have replaced them with anybody and it would have been okay. I mean, they weren't essential. I'll give you that much.
I just like Brie Larson for the aesthetic of her being a photographer, and she's capturing the moment.
Well, there needs to be some kind of some kind of archival type thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I liked about her being in the movie is that I wish I could have been doing what she was doing, because I do photography, so I wish I could have been on Skull Island. Chicka, running for my life.
I mean, you could go back. It's there.
Oh my god! So
you could go to Hawaii and go there and take pictures.
I'm okay. I'm you know me.
I'm just saying. I mean,
No, but,
once we get vaccinated and free, we can like hop a plane and go.
Whoop, whoop. So, Cyber, do you have a favorite
I guess that's a no.
part in Skull Island?
In Skull Island, the shot where Kong is standing with the sunset behind him and stuff, that's an absolute incredible scene. Probably one of those iconic scenes out of the MonsterVerse scenes. It's up there at the top, if not the best shot. It's absolutely incredible scene. I love that scene. So that's probably my favorite. I also love the creature designs. The creature designs are top tier. A1. They're all amazing. They look absolutely incredible, all of them, except for the skull crawlers. I hate them so much. That's the only thing. All the other creatures, amazing. Everything looks great. Skull crawlers, it's so generic. It's as bad as the Mutos in 2014, where they're just this bland, super simplistic model. But that's just me though. So.
Did you appreciate any of the anime references Jordan put into the movie, like the Metal Gear Solid references and the Akira references?
I didn't recognize them. What part are you referring to?
I know at the beginning when Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson are talking, the engine room is supposed to mirror the very beginning of Metal Gear Solid 1 with the crate set up and everything.
Oh, okay.
And John C. Reilly's back is a straight up reference to Akira, the good health jacket I believe Tetsuo wears in the movie. So
oh shit, you're absolutely right. I didn't, because every time I watch Skull Island, I've only seen Skull Island twice because I went into a blind rage because I did not like it. Yeah.
Like that sometimes.
So those are cool. I didn't know he put him in. He Jordan's actually directing the Metal Gear Solid movie too.
Ooh,
that's gonna be great. Can't wait to see that. Hopefully it's better. I feel like I'm in the lion's den right now because I didn't know I was coming into. There's so many Kong fans in here.
I mean, I'm Team Godzilla all day. My bro's a Kong fan.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm definitely Team Godzilla. It's just, how can you beat a gigantic lizard that can shoot atomic breath? You can't stop.
Right.
Hey,
You're not in the lion's den.
We are not going to slander the lizard. The
Yeah, you said
You're not gonna slander the lizard. That's
absolutely right. You said it right.
No, we're not going to slander Kong. He saved her.
No
He
monkey
saved
slander.
Godzilla though. Kong saved Godzilla. If Kong did not show up,
That's the only
not do
thing that y'all
anything,
honestly
Godzilla would not have.
saved Godzilla. But okay, if this would have been
he saved your life, but that's the only thing you can say about it. That's no big deal. He saved your life, but that's the only thing. Oh my god!
Earlier, if this was a solo movie, I felt like Godzilla would have evolved himself if he would have been by himself because of what he's going through. No, not in 2 seconds, but I'm saying
evolution takes years, right?
No, but he's been it doesn't matter. But I feel like he would have evolved while he's been asleep for 3 years, and then with him going,
evolution takes longer than 3 years.
Okay, girl, you saying what you
it's
saying.
I mean, if you want, I'm sorry you slept in biology class, but I mean,
we are getting a lot.
I was awake that day, and I remember.
I guess. But no, you're not in the lion's den.
No, Anthony, we can't get along. That's not. This is the myth. No one is supposed to get along here.
I think this is the only debate we will have for a good little minute until Eternals come out. So I think we're good.
What's there to debate about Eternals? What's there to talk about that? How Aaron probably can predict the plot.
No.
He's like Eternal. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know. Aaron is a gigantic Marvel fan.
I, for one, am looking forward to the Eternals.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're talking about. What y'all
am too.
How about you getting people in trouble?
No,
Really shady Q.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm legitimately not knowing what y'all are talking about. Like, whew. Aaron, do you know what they're talking? Aaron, do you know what they're talking about?
So, what were you saying, Key?
Don't be right. About Tennessee and hit you.
Hit me for nothing.
Okay, I think we can really just talk about like because we've talked about the movie in general. I feel like if anybody wants to go around, we can all give a rating if we would like, and wrap this good on up because we were only going to do this great debate tonight. Next week, we'll be talking about the Invincibles. And we have Avia and Joe are going to be talking about Good Girls. So I'm ready to see what they're going to bring to the table with that because I'm catching
Equalizer.
up.
You got a second season, so we need to catch up on that one too.
Yes, I need to watch the last 2 episodes of the Equalizer. So okay, everybody go around, tell your favorite scene of Godzilla versus Kong, and you give it a rating. We're going to start with the ladies. Miss Tyra.
Okay, my favorite part. I don't know if anybody else was paying attention, but Key knew I got excited when Kong jumps off that building and hit that Superman punch. That alone, I was very much excited for. As for rating, it's being someone that's new. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay. Out of 10. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay, cool. Avia.
Okay. I would give it, if we're going with Joe, I'm getting it a 4 out of 5. I'll give it 4 out of 5.
And what's your favorite scene?
Oh, when Kong was doing damage with that battle axe.
Oh,
that's
my God.
That's my favorite. Yes. Yes.
He was cutting off limbs. Saying.
Yes.
Yeah, cutting off Mecha Godzilla's limbs. Oh yeah, that was good.
No, that was like Mecha Godzilla, wasn't it?
No, you know what? That was it. Okay, let's talk that real quick because that was really I love that the fact that his Ghidorah's mind was Mecha Godzilla, and I really wish they did. I hate that they destroyed him because I really want more of him.
I think we got cheated.
Yeah,
I think we should have got Mecha Ghidorah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so it is Mecha Godzilla with Ghidorah's mind in it.
Ghidorah is the power source. That's the only.
Okay, but it's got the Ghidorah's way of style of fighting and stuff like that too. It's got it's mind power or whatever.
No, I think it's more so amalgamation of whatever the dude's fight pattern was going to be, and it just learned from that because he was going to be the one to control it. Had the thing gone to plan. So I think that it's just maybe it's something its own thing. So we don't know. Maybe the film could have explained it a little better before.
Or maybe we might get another mecha.
Let me ask you guys: do you guys think this movie was really short?
Yes.
Yeah, it felt like there was more. It felt like that.
I feel like they cut a ton of stuff. Like I felt like this movie is a 3-hour long movie that they've cut down to like whatever it was, like an hour 30.
I hated it.
Wouldn't be the first time Warner Brothers did that, but
because Zirasawa's son is like not even like brought up barely, like why he's even like a villain and stuff.
So it was his son because we were talking like we didn't know if it was his son or if it was his nephew or whoever because like they just say his last name.
It's just some guy. You're just assuming that because he's Asian,
right? That's what
they're like. Here's an Asian guy. We're gonna give him this. We're gonna give him the same last name, and let people figure out. That's racist, actually. It's very racist. Wow. Okay. I gotta watch it again.
And then, like, even with like Hollow Earth, I feel like they could have. Cool. I feel like they could have explained a lot more. With like they'd explain like the fight, like what happened there, why the axes are there. It kind of doesn't show in context a little bit, but yeah.
Okay,
I feel like we got
cheated. Godzilla to power up the axe. Why? I mean, why did it take that? Why did they have? I mean, I know it was supposed to be a symbol of them having to work together, but how did that work? What's the science in that?
Because that's the axe is made out of a Godzilla. So Godzilla's race extinct. Kong's race is extinct. There was a war.
I got that much, but I'm just saying the movie could have explained some more of that. Yeah.
Okay, since we on the subject of that, because we were talking about it beforehand, what would you like to see going further from the MonsterVerse?
I think, well, I don't know if the contract between Legendary and Godzilla is still going to go on. It seemed like they've wrapped it up with Godzilla, but it seems like they projected like they're going to make 3 more Kong movies, and eventually, and me and Tay, we just filmed our like review for this film right before I joined here, and I keep saying, and Tay will deny this, but I think they're going to do like they keep calling him Kong, and I think they're going to come out eventually with the trio of films and do like a King Kong where he proves himself
and then
stuff.
dies.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not yet.
whatever. Yeah, probably. He gets involved with the white woman and then gets himself killed.
That's how we get it.
I mean, at the end of the day, that is his destiny.
Yeah.
So, you know,
His destiny is a Kanye song, basically. I'll be here all night.
Nah, but I can. Okay, man, they gonna do my boy wrong. They gonna do Godzilla wrong, and I don't like it at all.
I mean, Toho's movie.
I have to admit that I don't like the fact that they're shaping Godzilla up to be, because if they're supposed to be working together, I don't like the fact that they're making Godzilla the evil one out of this. I mean, let's bring them together. Let's like do something with them and the other Titans, going forward. The two of them like team up. I'd like to see that.
So by the end of the movie, you still felt like he was a villain?
I still felt like they were trying to paint him as one. Okay. I mean, and I think that, and so going forward, I think they're setting it up like a good guy, bad guy thing. I didn't like that even, that part of it.
Well, it's I'll say I didn't get that. Like, I didn't think that they were necessarily saying one's good, one's bad. I think that like they were explaining it. It's an alpha versus alpha. Godzilla been the alpha top dog for about close to 10 years in the universe, and the only other time he was challenged was by a person.
That alpha male BS is like steeped in the patriarchy, right? And it's like misogynistic, right?
For humans, yes, but for the animals, the fictional animals that they are
humans projected that onto animals, so
it's trying to find these loopholes.
It's flawed. I'm just saying it's flawed. This alpha, beta, whatever. It's flawed, and so that's not where the way we need to be.
I don't disagree, but I'm just saying in the context of the movie. In the context of the movie, that's what they were naturally reacting to. So Godzilla being the top dog, it's like somebody come to your job and they just as qualified as you, and they think they can get your spot immediately. What you gonna do? You gonna outwork them to prove your spot. And in the context of these two monsters, Godzilla had to outwork Kong to prove his spot, which he did. So that's what happened.
It's a big game of King of the Hill. Who's on top? No, there's not enough room on top.
Yeah.
So Godzilla had an invader. He was like, hold on, this boy not bowing to me. Let me level his shit out real quick.
Yes, level his shit out.
And that's what he did. He stomped on his chest until his heart stopped, and then he died. And little girl had to jump his heart back, and then
stop. It slowed down.
He was dead. Boy couldn't get up. I rest my case.
They had
to knock the wind out of him a little bit. We'll give him that.
Knock the wind.
They knocked the wind out of him.
They had to pull a Pokemon the movie 2000 when they had to play the bring Lugia back on his.
Someone had to cry some tears on his chest.
Oh, let's not.
The Kong slander stays. We staying slandering.
He was scratching up his chest. He said, "Let me go and mark my territory real quick. Let me mark my territory." Q, what was your favorite part, and what would you rate it?
My favorite part of Godzilla versus Kong, ironically enough, even though Godzilla kicking Kong ass 2 out of 1 was awesome. I am a sucker for a team up, and when them folks went back to back to take on Mechagodzilla, that was pretty hype. And I do give it. I will say it's the third best in the MonsterVerse. It's an 8. I do rank Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters as better than Godzilla vs. Kong, only because I do think that had they tried, they could have made the human element compelling for Godzilla versus Kong, but they just didn't try, and I can't respect that when I've seen it be done. See it done well in other MonsterVerse movies, but it's not enough to make me hate the movie. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Aaron.
My favorite scene was the Hong Kong scene because I mean, come on, that was amazing. I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10 just because I felt like there was a lot There was just a lot missing to me. I would enjoy that actually, Don. I would. It's Mothra. I would like that joke, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought Martha was it's funny.
I'd like a safe Mothra joke. Thank you. But yeah, no, I give it a 7.5 out of 10 just because I feel like I liked the movie, but there was just a lot missing. Like even when the movie started, I felt like there was a scene that needed to be before we, just jumped in seeing Kong. But, it is what it is. That's on brand for WB. I still like the movie, Release a 3-hour cut, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Joe.
Well, I gave my official rating yesterday. And that was based on basically the how entertaining it was and how well it serves the audience that it is for. Me personally, I think I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Just slightly less than what I did yesterday.
So, as per usual, whenever Joe has a review, she gets the special treatment, which is 4 This Is Awesome out of 5.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And
that's awesome.
4 out of 5. That's awesome.
The only one who like wants to do that, like
because you're the only certified critic, so you gotta get the special treatment. We all gonna catch up, but for now, you get the special treatment.
So I get embarrassed all by myself. Okay, thank you.
Right.
The Undertaker saying that's awesome is not embarrassing.
That's awesome. It's crazy.
So my favorite scene.
Oh, not you making an appearance on the last 5 minutes.
Hey, what?
Wait, can you
what
see?
Is
okay.
this?
Yeah.
What's going on? I got 2 of the drunkest shipmates on the making a special appearance.
I don't like this.
What's going on, Tay? Okay, real quick, because we at the end. Tell us your Tell us your first reaction. Tell us your favorite scene, and give us a rating.
Actually, the first time I watched it was kind of mixed. But after watching it again about 2 hours ago, I like this movie. This movie was fun. My best scene? Godzilla beating Kong. Obviously. Obviously. That's all I want. Is he Kong fans?
Wait, you're another guy, lizard fan. Get him out of here. The panel.
We've never had a full panel. I'm like so excited right now.
All these monkey boys and girls came out of nowhere. Where do you guys come from? Where do you guys come from?
Cheater.
Came out of nowhere. Cheater.
No.
Tay, I've been fighting for my life for the last 30 minutes, bro.
You're all King Kong fans here?
No, you got 3 King Kong. Well, you got 3 King Kong fans. Then you got me, Q, and Aaron as Godzilla fans, and then you 2 are Godzilla fans, and then Key, she is in the middle.
I remember I was here.
Girl.
You skipped right past her. I was waiting for
and you didn't let me finish.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay though. But yeah, it was a tie, and then the panel got stacked. But okay, I know for next time. Go on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Key. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
But Tay wasn't.
What's up?
I let Tay. No, ladies first, Tay. My bad. That's a rule in the house. Ladies first. My bad.
Okay. Well, my favorite scene would have to be the first fight. Because it was no more, like literally, it was just on-site violence. Immediately, it was no glares, no nothing. They just saw each other and just started whooping each other's asses. So, overall rating, I would have to say a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
because just because knowing some stuff was cut, that kind of had to take points from that. But overall, it was a good movie. So.
Okay.
All right, Tay, you can finish.
Where was I? You said rating, right?
Yeah.
Like number rating? I really don't do number ratings.
You can do a 4 out of 5. You can do out of a 5 rating, or you can do out of 10. It's up to you.
Did you just try to give him a rating?
No, I did not try to give him a rating.
It was a little
Okay, time out.
This is what we call cooking the books.
Okay, hold on. Time out. If you want to talk about cooking the books,
I thought that was just for the Snyder Cut.
Books, like let's not talk about cooking the books. Let's not talk about cooking the books because you've been cooking the books for weeks anyway.
But so we stack a panel and then we try to feed our guest ratings. Okay, I see.
Okay. All right.
No, I give it a 7 out of 10. 7. The humans, they're weird. That's all I can say about it. But the fights are glorious, dude. See Godzilla go like Pharaoh mode was insane. He's crazy in this movie. Which I got what I wanted. Godzilla beat Kong. That's all I needed. So yeah.
Don, you're coming on when we do Loki. You've already been set in stone. When
we have our everybody up because we won't stop talking.
When we have our Loki talks, you're more than welcome to come on each episode because I cannot wait to see you break down this TV show because you just knew Loki was in WandaVision. You just knew it was all Loki. So you have your chance.
He's excited for the show? Loki. Two different humors going on here.
Two different.
There's a lot of inside jokes and backstory.
It's a whole bunch of backstories. Don would say that Loki is the sole reason with WandaVision and everything.
Yeah, for like the first couple episodes.
Yeah, he was like, it was Loki creating all this madness and stuff like that. So
really? Oh wow. Okay.
All right, guys. It's been a great show. Tyra, can you let the people know where they can find you on your Twitter and everything and being messy?
Yeah, I am on Twitter. It's Tyra, TYRAAXOX, I believe, Keisha. I'm not sure. You can always find me dragging Keisha on her timeline somewhere. So you're going to find me there all the time.
Tyra, the next time can you come on camera with us and we have a special show with you? I think you should moderate the reunion show that we're playing in.
Yeah, I would love to. I would 100% love to. I'll be there.
I think it'll be fun to have you moderate our reunion because it's gonna be real fun and messy. So yeah,
it's gonna be a hot ass mess.
In Tyra's defense, we kind of dropped this on her like last minute.
Literally.
Yeah, I love it. No, because they always hype in the comments. So please come back. You are a part of us as well, part of this family. So come on back.
Just let me know when I'm there.
Awesome. Avia, where can they find you at?
All right, you can find me on all social platforms at Avian Night, as well as More Diversity every Wednesday at 7:30. 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, as well as Bitch What with me, Key, and Joe, either on Fridays and Saturdays, and the Untitled A&A show, and also catch me as a guest star on The Mess.
Key.
Hey, okay, so y'all can find me here on Twitter, Instagram, Vero, and Letterboxd on this. You can find me probably Fridays with Joe and Avia doing Bitch What. Then, hopefully, sooner rather than later, probably within the late spring, early summer, you can catch me and Q back on our show, Q and K Talk Wrestling. And also, you can catch me every Wednesday night on here, Mall University, talking about whatever.
The queen of media herself, congratulations once again on your, accomplishments, and we cannot wait to see what you do with that. Let the people know where they can find you and tell them about the greatness you're about to do.
I can't live up to that. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I been told you was the queen of media, but you kept cussing me out. Said that guy.
Not that because you know that's like Oprah's title. I'm not. Don't have.
I mean, you
her
did.
Oprah's
We did.
fans come
I
at
mean,
me.
you spoke that into existence as well.
So you can find me. Here's my handle is Jonita L. Davis on all platforms. And yeah, you can find me all over giving my opinions, very strong ones on a lot of things, and interacting with multiversity people. My interviews you can find on the Black Cape, and theblackcape.com and Black Cape Media on YouTube. So, and of course, everywhere on multiversity that everyone has explained. So, thank y'all.
The wrestler himself. Yes, you.
I guess it's me. You know, it's me. It's Quamon Star G here every Wednesday for Multiversity live streams. You can catch me every Sunday on Facebook Live with my brother, Into the Qniverse, where we talk about everything geeky, gaming, and nerdy, Yes, I had to specify that because there's some assholes out there with geeky and gaming in it, and we do not associate ourselves with them. Talk about wrestling soon. We're hopping back on it. We're gonna have Mike on the next new episode to talk wrestling. We might have some other guests. Who knows? Also launching Multiversity Gaming fairly soon. Me, Mike, and Aaron gonna be getting into it with the game.
I thought it was next Wednesday we was playing Mario Kart live.
That's something else that's in the same vein, but that's something else from what I'm talking about. But we'll talk about that later because we's got some other cool stuff. And you can also catch me writing on Medium, streaming on Twitch at Quamon Star G. Other cool stuff as well. Here's the obligatory rock telling me to shut up, bitch, for you guys, because I know that's pay money to see.
Again.
Shut up, bitch.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. And yeah, speaking of Mr. Johnson's and thanking,
corny.
Get your brother, bro. Like seriously.
That was a green screen. That was like a post or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yeah, everybody know what it is. I'm Aaron Michael. I don't know what this was. I mean, obviously, we all learned tonight on a fair and balanced show that Godzilla is the winner at the end of the day because that's how it is. That's how it is. I don't care what anybody else says.
We too close to God's day.
I don't care what anybody else says. I'm Aaron Michael, and you're not. And you can find me on all social media platforms at @AaronMichael_J. If you want to know what shows I'm on, watch yesterday's episode, okay, with Ray Porter. You should check that out. And speaking of which, I need to go to the fourth world, so peace.
Peace. 5832.
Oh no.
My drunken ship boys. Tell them where you from. I got both of y'all on here.
Yeah. Go for it, Jordan. You can go.
My time to shine, baby. Shmoney.
Jesus Christ. You learned it yesterday.
Say some money. Please say some money.
Dude, that's my favorite word so far. Shmoney. Bro, I went to Zola trailer. Shmoney.
Oh my god.
Did you say going 35 on the 15?
He's going 35 and a 15. Guys, you can find me at cyber_calamity on Twitter, and you can find me at cybercalamity on Twitch. Also, check out the Drunken Ship. We got 2 drunken boys here tonight.
Let's go.
Drunken boys.
Let me do some self-promoting. Let me plug our
let us know. I've been
channel.
listening. Y'all guys are amazing. Y'all support. Tay, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at Twitter _TayInfinite and also Instagram _TayInfinite. I do some little edits. And also, I'm a co-host of Drunken Ship Podcast, where we talk about video games,
Hoorah.
movies. Sometimes they're literally real world issues and stuff. So
Hoorah.
Your opinions about that, come to a YouTube channel. So yeah.
Thank you guys for dropping in. Thank you, Tyra, for coming in and helping the Kong fans out. Godzilla is Kong.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And on that note,
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna just go on and sign out. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Kong sucks. Okay.
Good night.